Hey guys, Troy Dooley, the Beachside CEO. I hope you guys are having a great week. I have been out here studying today. I've been studying since I went to Atlanta just a few weeks ago. I was invited up to speak at the Kannaway Atlanta event. It was on Memorial Day weekend. And I wasn't sure what to expect, to be quite honest. I love working with this company because anytime I can get a client where I'm challenged, where I'm learning, where I'm having to dig deep to learn more about what the industry it is, I love that. And I've learned a lot about the hemp industry in and of itself. Most of the products from Kannaway I'm now using. The one product that I'm not using, at least not as it's supposed to be used, is the hemp vape. I'm actually using it right now as a stylist. That's what it is. I'm just not into the vaping of any kind, so that's just not me. I don't do that. So I probably will not use this product, but I might be able to video and interview somebody that has. Products that I have been using that I love, these are the Canna Kicks. I love the spearmint, love the cinnamon. I'm big into cinnamon. Anything I can get cinnamon, I love that. Love that one. And the sour apple, powerful good stuff. I love that. Hey, I also use the salve. I got to show you this. And almost everything is green like the hemp, but I tell you what, we've had so much rain down here in Florida this year, at least in the Panhandle, that the yellow flies are out everywhere. I got bit the other night. I was out here fishing in the lake and put this on there and it just took the itch away, and I love that. I'm also using all of the skincare product. This is the Define line. It's a full line. A lot of companies will launch with one product. They literally launched with the full line. They've got the exfoliant, the toner, the cleanser, the moisturizer, and the anti-aging product. All phenomenal stuff. And I had the opportunity to meet with each of the formulators. So I met with the formulators of the skincare line, met with the formulators of the vape line. Some interesting, as I started to learn, started to study, and then I really started digging in. And some of the major questions are what I want to cover today, because people have been saying, Troy, how much CBD oil is in each of the products? Well, I'm going to share that, not in the video, on the blog post. You got to go over and look at the editorial. I'm going to list each of these and how much CBD oil is in each. The other big concern, and that's what we're going to cover in this video, I've gotten this from proponents of Kannaway and hemp. I've gotten it from critics. Troy, isn't hemp on, or at least CBDs, aren't they on the Schedule 1 list from the DEA? Now, I've done a lot of studying, a lot of research, gotten a lot of opinions, and I believe the answer is no. It is not on the Schedule 1 list. Now, I want to cover some stuff. Number one, FDA regulation. Hemp oil, hemp seed oil, however you want to look at it, is comparable to other shelved and commodity oils such as soybean, grapeseed, cottonseed, olive, corn, peanut oil, all those conventional types. And I'm going to put up here where you can read about this. It's generally recognized as GRAS, G-R-A-S, generally recognized as safe. It's exempt under the I think it's 1958 amendment. Here you go right here, hemp seed oil. The Food Additive Amendment 1958 required that before a new additive could be used in food, its processor must demonstrate the safety of the additive to the FDA. And this is a two-step process, if you will, included definition, a two-step definition for food additive. The first step broadly includes any substance that's intended, that the intended use of which results or may reasonably be expected to result directly or indirectly in becoming a component or otherwise affecting the characteristics of food. The second step, however, excludes from the definition of food additives substances that are generally recognized among experts qualified by scientific training and experience to evaluate their safety as having adequately shown through scientific procedures, or in the case of a substance used in food prior to January 1, 1958, through scientific procedures or through experience based on common use in food, to be safe under these conditions. Hemp seed oil, the oil derived from the stalk, is classified, generally recognized as safe. Exemption. I'm going to put all this stuff up here. You can read it on the blog post. Some powerful stuff. The FDA later instituted a rulemaking to establish procedures the FDA could use on its own initiative to affirm the GRAS status of substance that was found to be safe. Then in and this is why this is important. They can do this on their own. They can decide, hey, we're going to check, or an individual or a company can say, hey, will you check this out, type deal. Here's what we found. November 16th, 1999, a GRAS application was filed for hemp seed oil by Consolidated Growers and Processors. Long story short, the FDA didn't do anything. They did not change the definition. Specifically, the FDA has basically assessed that it's a classification as a food. It's a hemp oil, hemp seed oil is classified as a food. Now I'm going to put all this stuff up here, so please don't freak out while you're watching this. Label disclosure for CBDs as a constituent of hemp seed or hemp oil. Section 201 FF1 of the FDCA 21 U.S. Code, big long word, defines dietary ingredient as a vitamin, mineral, amino acid, herb, or other botanical or dietary substance for use by man to supplement the diet of increasing the total dietary intake, or a concentrate, metabolite concentrate extract. CBD utilized by the Kannaway in their products is not synthetic or artificial. To be sure, as set forth in Amendment A of the natural ingredients, is easily distinguished from synthetic or artificial. Basically, here's what we get down to. The CBC is extracted from hemp oil, which is GRAS, and has been in the food chain under the prior market clause. So everything that has to do with all these little products, exempt, not on the Schedule 1 list. I'm going on, so please don't, just hang on. Okay, I want to go into something different. Okay, now here's some more stuff. Again, looking at the hemp seed oil used inside of the products, inside of the hemp vape, okay, inside of all of this, okay. They contain industrial hemp, which is cold pressed from the mature stalks of industrial hemp as defined under 21 of the USC 802-16, does not include, now this is where it's exempt, does not exclude, okay, now again, this is what's not excluded. The resin extracted from the stalk, from the definition of marijuana. So the resin that comes from the stalk is not excluded. It is, however, and this is the interesting part. When you look at resin, and I had to go and I had to dig in the Merriam Dictionary, I wanted to look this up. It's a yellow or brown sticky substance that comes from trees. Now, okay, now here's the kicker. The cannabis plants, especially the sativa L, I think is how you say that, is secreted from the hair-like structures found in the flowering top of the plant. This is where the THC comes from. This is where marijuana. This is not where the hemp seed oil comes from, or the hemp oil comes from the Kannaway. It comes from the mature stalks, and the mature stalks are exempt. Now here's where I found that. It took me a while. I mean, you got to dig for this stuff. In the U.S. versus Piercefield, 1971, Sidney Waldor, the chemist for the United States Customs Laboratory, testified as followed. Ordinary marijuana is the flowering top of the Indian hemp plant, of the female Indian hemp plant, which contains the active resin known as THC. The hashish is a concentrate form of this, commonly known as the resin portion, and it is more active than the regular marijuana. Several methods of manufacturing are possible. One method of manufacturing would be to pick the flowering tops from the Indian plant, roll them in a leather blanket, squeeze out the resin, and scrape it off with a dull knife. Okay, that is, again, that's not where the hemp oil comes from. The CBD comes from inside of the products that we see from Kannaway. Now, from that testimony, it's clear that the resin is the solid secretion from the trichomes, I guess, I don't know how to pronounce that, at the flowering top of the hemp plant. Kannaway products contain oil pressed from the mature stock, which is in liquid form, not solid form. The CBD is called oil for a purpose. It's oil. It is not resin. It is not a cake, anything like that. Okay. Now, had to dig even deeper. Okay, you got to keep going on this stuff. It's not easy. Since 1937, the federal statute controlling marijuana has excluded the mature stalks, fiber, oil, and any other preparation of the mature stalks of the cannabis sativa L, commonly known as hemp, from the definition of marijuana. In 2004, the United States Supreme Court of Appeals Ninth Circuit determined that the government had no authority under current law to deny hemp's exempt status. The federal government, i.e. the DEA, declined to appeal their ruling, which is why there continues to be a variety of products. The CBD found in the Kannaway products is a natural constituent of industrial hemp, specifically the oil from the mature stalks. Now, I'm going to include a boatload of references in here for people to use. One reference is the term marijuana means all parts of the plant Cannabis sativa L, whether growing or not, the seeds thereof, the resin extracted from any part of the plant, and every compound, manufacturing, salt, derivative, mixture, or preparation of such plants, its seed, or resin. Such term does not include the mature stalks of the plant, the fiber produced from the stalks, the oil or the cake made from the seeds of the plant, any other compound, manufactured salt, derivative, mixture, anything that comes from the mature stalks is not listed in that definition. I'm going to cover that again. Then I'm going to show the Hemp Industries Association versus the DEA in 2004. That's where we actually show that the DEA did not appeal that ruling. Cannabinoid or CBD is not listed in the controlled substance. Now this is where it's gotten tricky. And even some critics that I happen to have a lot of respect for have said, Troy, it's a little bit gray, isn't it? Well, I thought it was until I dug into this and I started realizing the different numbers that the DEA has. Now listen, the controlled substance list of the Controlled Substance Act schedule does not list cannabinoid DEA number 7372 as a controlled substance. The controlled substance is DEA number 7370 for THC. CBD, no. THC, yes. And under the controlled substance, there's a big long name, I don't know, but basically it's THC, Delta H THC, Delta 9 THC, dronabinoids, and others. Cannabinoids has a different DEA number and a different molecule structure and does not fit under the others of the THC. And I'm gonna list so you guys can take a peek. You can see some stuff. Going back again to U.S. Code number 21-802-16, we talk about the mature stocks and the fact that it wasn't included. What else did I find in here? This is in 2003. Clearly rules hemp is not marijuana. We listed that one already. The CSA lists marijuana and THC separately on Schedule 1. You can go back and see that we're going to list all that for you. What else did I have up here? I think that's it, guys. There's no federal rule right now that CBD is on the Schedule 1 list, and that's been the question. Now, the interesting thing about this, and this is what's gotten me really perplexed. Like most people, I thought hemp, marijuana, the whole thing was all connected. Once I started digging in, I realized that it isn't. I also realized that the marijuana advocates that want to legalize marijuana in all 50 states, they're really not big proponents of Kannaway or CBD oils or CBD only laws. They want the whole cotton picking plant legalized. I'm not going down that road. I think there's some major issues there, but I understand now the difference. I'm starting to understand more about the industrial side, about the hemp, about these products, how much CBD oil is in them. I'm starting to learn more and more about CBD oil in and of itself. Matter of fact, what I decided to do is in my next video, what I'm going to do is not cover anything about Kannaway, but we're going to look truly into CBD. I've got some testimonials of some people that have been out there and they've used the pure form of CBD oil and what it's done on their bodies and how it works in their bodies, and that's some amazing stuff right now. Now I want you to know there's not that much in any of these products. I'm learning that CBD oil in and of itself, even without any type of network marketing compensation plan, very expensive. Less expensive than some experimental drugs that are out there. A lot safer, it's organic, but it's amazing what I've learned. So we're going to cover that. But again, go over and read the blog post if you want to see how much CBD oil is in each of the products. If you want to see all the references that I just made, you can check them out over at MLM Help Desk. Live life like it's an epic adventure. Stay dangerous, stay strong, and if you're in a home-based business, act like it.